happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16.
Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Now the veteran of a handful of teams, it's Chase Edmonds.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
You look at this Bears defense.
They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. They'll run for it with Connor. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
James Conner, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 13. They begin the drive with Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, this defense for the Cards, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolute phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The Bears at 3-11 now on the year. And they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore.
And that takes us from second to third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third down, Fields. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Connor up the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Murray now on first down. He's got the connection to Moore.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Going to throw right side here. Complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 29.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 20-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught by the tight end, Ertz.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
This is caught. Touchdown.
Rondale Moore.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Here we go.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They run. It's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Let's go. Go.
To throw is Fields.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
It's a loss of 3. Brings up 2nd and 13 at the 28-yard line.
You got a mini base. What? Hey, never mind. Monday. Bunch right. Tonight.
Fields.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here we go, son.
Now motion left with Mooney. A fake there on the jet sweep as it's Fields off play action. That's complete right side to Kmet.
They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken. Said hi.
Now it's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Oh, Connor loses it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields.
And he fires one incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
On play action, Fields. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Fields throwing again. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room.
Cohen lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Showtime! Let's make some noise! In the pocket. Be patient. Come on. All right, fellas. One more time.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. A shotgun snap. Fields.
Flush to his right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd and 10, Fields.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Cards are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
A final shot before half from Murray. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Scott on the return out of the end zone, powering his way forward and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing now is Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 39-yard line.
On second down, here's Murray. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first.
Murray now.
And this will be swung out here for Connor.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
3rd and 4.
On third down, it's Connor. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner Murray to Connor on the check down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. A give running right is Connor. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cards add 6 to their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Bears.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Scott on the return, out of the...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. Being chased out left.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Here's Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 38.
He'll start the drive with a give to Connor.
There he goes left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw is Murray. Steps away to his left. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. They give it off here to the tight end. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Akeem Hicks, he would not be denied there. He sticks him for the loss.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Murray going to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Now a give to Edmonds. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Edmonds with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Cardinals extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Prater for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
27-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Here we go with Johnson. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
On 1st down, Fields.
His throw incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Bears on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Kyler Gordon
coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Prater's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Take it to the house.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
At the 2-yard line.
Now Murray off play action. Rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Prater on to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Cardinals 59, Bears 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll roll him out right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Off play action, Fields.
And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Fields going to change things up here. Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 23. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Here we go, son.
Fields on first down.
Sliding out of the pocket.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Stay tough, boys. Stay tough. All right, let's go. Don't jump. Ready?
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. And one last throw here for Fields.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out.